liberate what it is that statue embodies in the first place. End quote. The silence with which they are opened, liberated, however, is overrated and offers us no potential, let alone a mode of critique. And even if they would be liberated, they would still be here as fathers of law and ethics. We should have been warned from the beginning. Moments after the institution of the First Democratic Council, it is, oh miracle, Athena who casts the decisive vote in the trial of Orestes. She says this: "This is now my task, to be the last to judge in this case. And I shall cast this ballot for Orestes. There is no mother who gave birth to me, and I commend the male in all respects with all my heart. In the fullest sense, I am my father's child. The defendant wins, even if the judges' votes on him are equally divided." There he is again, the father, ruling through exception and with a full claim on authority. Democracy was from the beginning never true democracy. At the end of the tragedy, with the Democratic Council in full view, Athena, a male figure if any, casts the final vote. The god who refused to judge hides behind the charade of majority rules. Any philosophical consideration of democracy therefore cannot but include the question of technology. And this might sound strange immediately, but let me explain. The extension of man's practicality, the mechanics and mechana that at any moment can bring a god on the tragic stage to decide the vote. In Greek tragedy you have this, what is called a mechana, a mechanism to bring the god onto the stage at the end of the play to solve the whole problem. Our word machine comes from it. Democracy still hasn't dealt with this deus ex machina, and perhaps it never will. Democracy is still unable to cope with the bureaucrat popping out of nowhere, who, as a technological extension of the government, trumps the equality of votes. And in the same way, democracy still cannot deal with any revolutionary prophet or messiah with blonde hair and or moustache, whose appearance is as miraculous as the coincidence of thought and life. And yet it has to. It is us who are speaking here today in the midst of an overwhelming crisis that demands our violent involvement, and that demands that we offer a critique of the eternal oath that founds and binds together democracy in the